Hello. Sorry, it's been a while. I forgot how to use any of my equipment. Um, yeah, hello. What is going on? So I threw up a poll yesterday pretty randomly just to see what people might want to see for a stream, because this is going to be my last chance to stream for a while, my last chance to do anything for a while. I'm going to be going on a month's worth of vacation, so I wanted to talk to you guys one last time before I did, which I guess is the bad news is I still have the same video I've been working on for the past, like, what, 4 months now, but it is not going to be out for the next month because I will be out of the country, so that is disappointing for me. Don't as it is for you, I'm sure. Kieran, hello. Yes, yeah, this is very on a whim. Glad you're here though. You're very loyal. I saw you in Godzilla's chat the last couple streams he's did. I'm glad he's been streaming. I think those streams have been a ton of fun. So yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying those too. Yeah. So I threw up that poll on the YouTube community page, whatever that thing is, and as I should have expected, everyone just wants to see BO3. I'm surprised BO6 lost by so much. People did not want to watch a BO6 stream. That did worse in the poll than BO4, which I thought would be the worst. But yeah, so I thought about it, and we're gonna try and oh, Kieran, yeah, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. Local theater's launch night. That's fun. Support local theater. Love that. Yeah, so enjoy that. So I threw up that poll. I knew it would be BO3, so I have a couple options. Honestly, I'm kind of flexible, so if anyone wants to suggest a custom map, or if you just want to see a base BO3 map, let me know. I'm down to spin pretty much anything up, but I have a custom map that I did want to show off. I've been wanting to show off for a while. So I am going to play some of the Mont Saint-Michel, which the link is in the description for. It links to a Discord because it's not on the workshop, but it is completely free. It's not like one of those Patreon ones. If you join the Discord, you can talk to the creators of the map and they can just add you in. It is still in beta, but that's why that's a Discord link instead of a Steam Workshop link, but it is fully available for anyone who wants to play. It is a tough map, so I hope I can make it past the first couple rounds and actually show it off. If not, we might have to swap. But yes, yeah, if you're in the chat and you want to see something specific, I think this is going to be a pretty intimate stream. It's not going to be too hype. So if you do want to see something specific, absolutely feel free to let me know. Let me bring you over to BO3. Okay, and I have it loaded up already, so it shouldn't yank the mic and make everything horrible. Let me just double check. Yeah. All right. Eric, Mines of Moria. I mean, I like the sound of it. I actually haven't heard of it at all. But obviously I love Lord of the Rings, so that is let me pull up the Steam Workshop. Is that a new one, Eric? Or is that just because I haven't played? I'm like pretty out of the customs ecosystem. I have not played a ton of the custom maps everyone loves, so I would fully believe that it's something I just haven't heard of that's existed for a while. Oh, I don't know if everyone saw, but the Die Rise Remastered, they announced when it was going to be released. It's going to be next week, I believe. I'm really sad I'm going to be gone for that. I would have loved to be there for that, because that was actually my first real stream, was playing the very early beta of Die Rise Remastered, and I would have loved to be able to play the full release on release. Again, I'm going to be gone, so yeah, it's disappointing, but if you do have PC and you run customs, definitely check that out, because I had a lot of fun with it when I played the early beta. Oh no. Oh, am I still okay? Sorry, I completely deleted my browser, but I think we're still live. Perfect. It's a few months old. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, I will add that to the list. I'm gonna run a quick round of the one I have set, but I will. I guess it does kind of line up with the. I guess Mines of Moria would be more the real tomb instead of the real Citadelle des Morts. But yeah, that is something I will add to the list. Okay, so yes, this is the map, Mont Saint Michel. This is a there's a lot going on. Mont Saint Michel is a real place. It is a real castle in France. And this is, I almost wanted to, when they announced, because this has been in beta for a while as well, and when they announced that the second DLC for BO6 was going to be a castle in France, I was like, this is the custom map I've been playing for who knows how long. It was a fun coincidence, but yeah, this is very different. This actually started life as a World at War custom map. So it was being made years and years ago before the BO3 mod tools even came out. This has been in development for forever. But yeah, they moved over to BO3 when those tools came out, and now you can kind of see the influence of being a World at War map. It is very old school, but it is also I don't know, it's fun. There's like a side quest to get the wonder weapon. Like, it has those modern elements. I actually forget a lot of what this map has to offer. I haven't played it in a little while, but I'm hoping I can get back into it and figure things out. Okay, so first thing to note is you get to pick your starting weapon. You get the M1911, but I believe, yeah, for points, like you can get the Magnum to start, a Magnum equivalent, but I'm gonna get the M1911 just for points. That seems to be the way to go. Okay, and things do look a little different. So you do see in my bottom left, I have self-revives. I don't think those were not in the map when I played it a couple months ago. They were, it was like the classic quick revive system, but now self-revives are built into the character a lot more like BO4. And in my BO4 video, I do talk about that. I think that I'm 50-50 on the change to self-revives. I like it in some ways. I think that self-revives shouldn't be a part of the perk ecosystem. I think that system is kind of overloaded. But also, I do think that just having it in your character and not having to work for it at all is not super ideal. So that's why, yeah, I'm not 100% sold, but that is what they've gone with for this map. That is what they've gone with for this map. So interesting. Yeah, it is very classic, but it's also extremely overwhelming here. Let me get some space to pull up. Like, we have a ton of, when I have one zombie left, I'll show, but every perk has like a secondary tier. You can kind of get augments within a single game, and you have to basically use the perk to get it. So you buy the base version of Electric Cherry, for example, and then once you get enough kills with that Electric Cherry reload, you get kind of an augment for that perk. I believe it is 4 perk limit still, so you don't get everything. But yeah, the perks you do choose, you can make them into like really cool stuff. I remember, I think Quick Revive was not super, yeah. Oh, Quick Revive wasn't super useful to me as a solo player, but some of the other ones are. Yeah, and that's just one tab. So actually, I need to actually study this along with you guys, because I have forgotten a lot. Because yeah, there's perks, but there's also gargoyle trials. Oh, this is to unlock. So there is a gobblegum system. It's not like BO3 gobblegums. You kind of have to use them earn them within the single match. There are some perk machines you can't buy right away. You have to unlock the machine, and there are wonder weapons that you have to build within the game. It's crazy busy. There is a ton going on, and I don't remember any of it. Oh, and there is like a little built-in pause, right? How do I? Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's try and make some progress here. Dumpaloo, BO6 is garbage. You know, so I had my. Do I not have enough points? Where? Yeah, I need to look at the HUD. I need to figure out what I'm looking at. I had a long chat with Afterlife on his channel, which is absolutely worth checking out. where we talked a lot about the current state of BO6. And like at launch, I was super excited about it. I thought it did a lot of cool stuff. Okay, so I have 1. I'm feeling lucky. I don't really need that. That's fine. I'll live. Yeah, at launch, I put out my my first thoughts video a couple weeks in, and I was saying that I love it. Like, I love the gameplay style. And I stand by the fact that I like a lot of the things it does in the gameplay. Like, I like the very second to second gameplay where it feels like you can kind of, how do I want to put this? Because my thoughts have changed. I still think that it's very improvisational. It's still fun to just kind of weave in circles around the zombies and just play the game at a second to second level. But at the same time, I've realized that I'm starting to agree with the people who say that it's getting a bit stale. It's getting a bit samey. I mean, the easy things to point to are same bosses on every map, same special enemies, things like that. Not bosses as in Easter egg bosses, obviously, but I'm talking about like amalgams. Like that I do agree with all that. Did I not get my 400 points? There we go. So yeah, I agree with all that. But it's not even that, like, because the game is so systems driven now, like you have the same field upgrades on every map. You have all the same perks on all the same maps once you get to round 25 at least. Armor works the same. There's no individual shield quests, everything like that. It's very samey across the board. Oh, almost dropped my phone on the floor. Which makes it so that, like, I don't know, every game feels the same, and so I can't do anything different. Like, I can't go to a different map to get a different experience because, oh, you silly goose. So yeah, self revives are just built in. Because all the maps are the same experience. I actually haven't gone down in this new system, but oh. Okay, so it's not just a self-revive, it's... What is happening? Okay. Can I light that? What am I doing? I'm in hell, dude. What? Okay. This is new to me. Am I on an elevator? What is happening? I actually don't know what I'm doing. I have no... Is this room layout changing, or am I just completely lost? Okay, I will try and continue my sentence and just randomly run into walls. Yeah, I agree that the no perk limit is definitely a big thing. Yeah, Mike, that's absolutely right. Oh, I think I died because I didn't get to my body. Yeah. Okay, let's try that again and try not to die because I have no idea how to undie. Yes. Yeah. To continue my train of thought, I think I agree with what everyone is saying. And it's just that, like, I think back to my favorite games, which is BO1 era. I would play Call of the Dead and I would get this, I would have to do this training heavy, PhD heavy kind of game, kill George to get all the perks. I had something to work towards that whole game. And then if I wanted to change it up, I could just jump to a different map within that game. I could play Moon, and Moon is a totally different experience. I'm using the hacker, I'm dealing with excavators, I'm running around the whole map, I'm teleporting, I'm doing like all kinds of cool stuff that way. Like, they're just very different experiences. In Black Ops 6, the only thing that's different in every map is just the shape of the space. It's just literally the physical shape. Everything else is very much the same. So I'm still enjoying Black Ops 6. I haven't stopped playing. I think the cranked mode is actually, I'm having a ton of fun with that. I'm kind of sad that that didn't win the poll for what people wanted to see, because I would have loved to try and run through the Terminus EE on cranked. I haven't gotten that done yet, but I would love to give it a try. I'm going to go do that pretty much after I've end stream here. But yeah, like things like that inject some excitement into it. But overall, yeah. I see what people are saying now, where they got fatigued with Cold War, because I'm starting to feel it now with Black Ops 6 for sure. Boof, this is Mont Saint Michel. There is a link in the description to join the Discord. To get beta access to the map, it is totally free. It's not one of the Patreon ones. It is just invite only because it's still in beta now. But yeah, check it out. I'm having this is one of my favorite custom maps in a while. I hope I get to see, because the Juggernog system is also something they've changed from base BO3. They've changed it a lot. So I hope I get to survive long enough to show that off, because they're doing some really cool stuff with this one. BO1 is peak. Call of the Dead is the greatest map. I think it's so hard. I hate doing tier listings. But if I had to pick a favorite map off the top of my head, it would be Call of the Dead. Like, if I just had to tell you right now what my favorite map would be, that's my answer. I love that map, and I love that era. I get it's probably because that's just when I was, you know, coming home from school every day playing with my friends. Like, that is part of it. But yeah, that whole era is just like absolutely magical to me. The story, yeah. So Eric, yeah, to your point, me personally, I was kind of like already iffy on Cold War's story. I'm gonna die here. I wasn't super bought into Cold War's story, so I was cautiously optimistic. I'm glad people were like into it, and I feel like they've let both audiences down. Like, both me, who wants something totally new, and you, who wants like that. Not fair to say, like, who wants the Dark Ether story, right? Who wants like Samantha and Richtofen dueling it out in this new universe with all these new characters like Carver and Gray and all them. They've let pretty much their entire audience down. People who want Chaos back are disappointed because they're not really like doing Chaos. They're just kind of like saying Alistair Rhodes every once in a while. They're not like, yeah, it's just like, I don't know who they're making it for. It's just so shallow. Like, they're not diving into anything. They're not making anything super new and crazy. And they're not really going all the way into Chaos or all the way into the Dark Ether stuff. Like, I don't know how much of it is let down from the writer strikes. I know people are giving them a lot of grace because of that. But like, it seems like even at the start of this game, there wasn't a ton of direction. Like, even before the strikes, they didn't really have, I don't know what their plan really was. Like, I was always worried about making the story about Samantha, because the story's been about Samantha since 2009. And they really haven't evolved beyond that, right? Oh boy. Okay, I'm trying to read chat and actually make some progress here. Want to be Call the Dead solo on a Peloton workout? Nice, very nice. Yeah, that was the second Easter egg ever, really, unless you count Derice, and then that was the first one you could do solo. Ascension, you had to have 4 players, so that one definitely got a lot of play for me. That and Moon, because you couldn't beat the whole thing of Moon, but you could get the Samantha out of the pyramid. So that, as a solo player, those were the Easter eggs I definitely ran through hundreds of times. Still don't have that yet. I like step back from the crazy. Yes, yeah, Eric, that's exactly how I feel. Oh, sorry. Sorry, just got it. I'll get to you, Flip the Bit. But thanks for dropping by. So yeah, Flip the Bit, or Ohm, is one of the, I believe he's credited as the gameplay designer for this map. Obviously a whole team's working on it, but he's working on the gameplay systems, which are very cool. I was just talking about the Juggernog system a second ago that I'm excited to get into, but yeah, they've done a ton of cool stuff so that this isn't just another like BO3 map. This does a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, congrats to him. But yeah, Eric, the stuff about the BO6 story, like, I totally agree. I liked the BO1 era of like very science fiction, classic evil scientist. I think a zombie is stuck somewhere. There, oh, there he is. I've just been dancing around too much. Yeah, like I like the step back from the Apothecon stuff and going into kind of, I wanted them to go in a new direction of like that more grounded science fiction. Like, I would have found that interesting. And I totally agree that like the focus always coming back to Richtofen and Samantha just never excited me. Like, it's a cheap thing. Like, at the end of Forsaken, you see Richtofen and you're like, that's a guy I know. But then, you know, after that, what really is there to talk about? His story's been done multiple times. He's had like 3 different versions of him have their story concluded. How many times does one guy need his story concluded, right? So yeah, I'm optimistic. I hope they pull it all together, but I've never been able to get into the story for that reason. Okay, so, and yeah, there is a mod. Okay, I might download that after this. I will see. I haven't noticed anything super game breaking in my quick time back. I haven't played for a couple months. I'm getting back into it now, so I haven't noticed anything broken, but if I do, I will make sure everyone knows it's the mod. If there are fixes for everything, it's not the map that's broken. Volcom, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I do try and I think I'm a positive person, and I do think that it's more interesting to me to talk about what a map does well, even though I acknowledge that not everything not everything is good. Like the games do a lot of stuff wrong, and like it is valuable to talk about that as well. But because so few people talk about it, I do try and shine light on things like what the developers were trying to do, even if it didn't pan out. So I'm glad that comes across. I'm glad you appreciate that. Okay, I'm scared, but I have to do a little challenge here. Okay. Nothing game breaking, but you might notice the zombies are super slow to respawn. Okay, fair enough. That gives me time to read chat, so maybe that's a feature. Streamer mode is not installing the mod so zombies don't spawn too fast. Let me catch up. So what? I think that's a good point. I'm hesitant to attack the developers because I know they're under a lot of pressure and all kinds of stuff. I think what gets me and what I've been able to put my finger on recently is that it's not zombies isn't very much. They're not experimenting as much anymore. It's not in the early games. Like going through my series, every single map had so much to talk about that was just never on any other map. Okay, I'm gonna have to do something in a second here that I need to focus for, so I'm gonna finish my sentence and then I'm gonna explain what's going on. But yeah, like every single map did something so new, and now they've kind of found a formula that everyone's like kind of happy with. Like everyone thinks it's okay. And so they're kind of playing it super safe and just doing that same thing over and over again, which is why every map feels so samey. And I think that's what a lot of people are feeling. And I've only just been able to kind of put it into words recently, but I don't know if anyone remembers, but back in, I think it was during BO3's life cycle, Jason Blundell had that interview where he said, I hope they never find a formula to make a good zombies map. I hope they always have to try something new, because I don't want to ever, like he said, he doesn't want to ever have the equation that's you put these 3 things in and you make a good map. I feel like that's kind of what they've done now. They have a formula that makes for every map is fine. Like every map is good. No one's going to hate any map or be super offended at anything. So they have that formula now, and it's exactly what Jason Blundell was worried about. And I'm not a Jason Blundell like super glazer. I know that big teams worked on the every game, and I like the BO1 era more than I like the BO3 era, just personally. So like I'm not trying to be like Jason Blundell was a genius, but I think he was absolutely right that like having found that formula, it makes the mode feel a lot less exciting every time a new map comes out. And I think that is, I don't think it's like, it's not Kevin Drew's fault specifically. I think it just is like, this mode is now such a moneymaker and they need to do so much right, and so much is relying on them that it's harder for them to take risks. Like if people don't like a map, that's a huge loss of money. So like it's hard. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is, this is kind of the power system for this map, is we have to do little lockdowns against super powered zombies. Not super powered, but super fast. And these are scary. Oh, we got both of the devs that I've talked to in chat. Hello. I say Pone. Okay. I might need your guys' help if I die here, because I'm not sure how the new revive mechanic works. Okay. So yeah, we get this gun, and we are able to extract blood from zombies. I think it's 10. And we can turn on the power around the map. And that will unlock perks, obviously, everything like that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it is just a maze. I just was stupid and didn't find my way out in time. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I think it looks like the spawns are slow enough right now that I should be able to get this one done real quick. Oh boy. There we go. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you get your blood vial and you're able to deposit it at pretty much any of the stations. Like, you can do things in any order, but both Power and Juggernog require blood separately. So it's a system you have to kind of manage and figure out what to prioritize, which, yeah, it's super cool. All right. I might just do it again, actually, because then I can quickly get Juggernog as soon as I get there. I hope I survive. Okay, let's try this one more time. But actually, I do, thinking about it, that was incredible. Okay. I really like the that implementation of self-revives. That wasn't in the game last time I played, but as I've said. But yeah, that is it's a really cool... in my Black Ops 4 video, that's exactly what I was saying, that I want self-revives to not be just quick revive, but I also want them to be more advanced than just automatically having one. So having this little mini challenge after you go down, that's exactly what I was asking for. I really like I really like pretty much everything these guys are doing. So I'm glad they're here so I can say thank you. I'm very excited for this one. Once again, if anyone's hasn't heard me say this already, the link to their Discord is in the chat. So you can get updates on this map. And yeah, it's in beta right now, but it will be out one day in all its glory. Okay. Can I buy my way straight to Jug from here? Yeah, Divinium Trials. I don't know if I ever fully understood Divinium Trials, but I'm glad I might have to turn on power to be able to. Yeah, I need son of a goofball. Okay. 1250. Okay. So yeah, those machines, that Juggernog is broken outside of the perk system. It's now its own little thing. You see on my left side, I have those shield icons. When I get Jug, those will increase my health. And I mean, I don't know if I can explain it quickly because it is kind of a bit of a advanced system, but I really love it once I did understand it. Chaz, this map is called Mont Saint-Michel. It is based on a real life castle in France, I believe. Yeah, I mean, the name is French, I have to assume. That I would love to visit one day. It's been on my travel list for a while. But yes, definitely check out all the info is in the Discord. Yes, yeah. Yeah, so Monkey and Eric. So it's not, I don't think it's exactly the World War II system. Very similar, I would say, or at least inspired by. It might actually, I don't know. I didn't play a ton of World War II, so I might be wrong. But my understanding is, once you get Juggernog, your shields fill up, and you get increased health. If you either go down or take enough damage, I forget what the conditions are, you lose. So, for example, you buy Jug, you get 9 hits worth of health. If you lose 1 shield worth, you now only have 6 hits worth of health, but you still have some. It's more of a gradual progression than just having max health or min health. There is a system to it, which I like. Okay, so I turned that on, and I believe Jug requires an additional blood vial, so I'm going to wait till mid-round to collect that. Tostadora, hello, welcome back. Nice to see you. Yeah, this map, I need a blood vial to activate Jug. Okay, I'll go one more half round to do this. Hopefully it's not a shadow round. Cool. Yeah, this map is visually gorgeous. It's crazy to think. I was reading the backstory of this map. I'm amazed that this started life as a World War II, or not World War II, World at War custom map. Like the way how far it's come, it's like it's gorgeous now. So I am in awe. Okay. All right. Let me can I get through this door? I need to get my blood gun. Okay, so yeah, flip the bit, explained in chat. So yeah, you buy it, you get your max health, and then on down, it updates to I'm gonna die here. Goodbye. Yep. Okay. Let's see that self-revive mechanic. Let's see if I can figure this maze out. Duke, am I working on Metal Gear? Okay. So I am right now, I'm not actually focusing on BO6. BO6, I don't know. I'm not super inspired by it, and I'll get there eventually for like the main retrospectives, but I don't know. People aren't loving it, and I'm not like super inspired to do like just BO6 content. So right now I'm actually working on BO4. That's my main focus, is trying to get the BO4 video out the door. But I can see my vision fading. But after that, next video after BO4 should be a continuation of the Metal Gear series. So I'm gonna try and go back and forth. If I can get a good pace with, I made it. Yeah, if I can get a good pace with doing the BO4 videos, like doing Voyage next and then 9, if I can figure that cycle out, then I am really looking forward to trying to get back in that rhythm of going 1 for 1 like that. And if you're not into the Metal Gear videos, that is totally fine. Like I said, I'm going to try and focus on getting the BO4 stuff, make sure I have a good handle on that before I start that cycle, so don't worry. Yeah. Chaz, no, yeah, honestly, like, okay. There we go. Okay, now I'm feeling a bit better. So with my jug, I have my 3 shields, so now I am a full... Oh, okay, it's shadow round time. So this is the dog round of this. There are waves of these enemies you have to kill while they are, you know, kind of origin style taking down your power, and you also have stuff that's just targeting you and not actually targeting the power stuff. Oh my god. No, I need to regen some health here. Okay. Oh boy. This looks good. Yeah, this is... Ohm said this was one of the things that the mod was kind of supposed to address, but I'm finding that I'm having no issues with this so far, so this looks good. Which... Oh, he's going to this power station. Okay. There we go. And then there's going to be a big boy, I believe. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Chaz, no, I was kind of a bit harsh, just kind of saying my preliminary thoughts. It's not that I think Black Ops 6 is bad. We kind of talked about it a second ago. I just, the way I do my videos and everything, it's very much like there has to be an evolution from map to map to really have anything to talk about. Got my cherry back. Nice. And so that's what we were kind of talking about earlier, that like, I don't know, I could very easily do like a full Black Ops 6 retrospective, but map by map, I just feel like there's not as much to talk about, because things are kind of the same. So I will get there eventually, for sure. But, and I am still, I play the game every day. I just don't know if there's anything I don't know what to say personally about it that other people aren't already saying. I do think, yeah, a lot of the stuff I see on YouTube, they kind of cover my thoughts. So I'm excited for the next map. Apparently start of season 3, so like March 20th, everyone's saying the mansion is going to come out. That's absolutely not confirmed, so don't take my word for it, but it does seem like they're really on a good pace of getting a map out constantly. So I hope the mansion is good. I assume we're going to get the Wonder Waff as a wonder weapon again, just because that's what the Liberty Falls cutscene really implied. I I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what kind of story details we're gonna get. If it's gonna be more Poseidon's punch, yeah. If we're just gonna be waiting until Janus Towers to really get any real story details, or if they're actually gonna have something to talk about here. I hope they are, but yeah, we have to wait and see. I don't know. On one hand, I am excited to be getting maps constantly, especially because maps, like, there's not as much to dig into on every single map, so it's nice to get something new. But at the same time, it makes me wonder, like, if they took longer on maps, could they add more unique features? Like, is that what's causing them to kind of have to make these more simplified, kind of basic systems level maps instead of having like maps that are very unique? I don't know. I really don't know what their development cycle is like, what's happening. I have no idea, and I don't pretend to know. How do I get out of here? What am I thought I was okay, that's a trap. I'm trying to go downstairs. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, do I just go down? Is this isn't a barrier, right? Yeah, no, that's not viable. That's down. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. I will take an in plain sight. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Monkey Zone. I'm glad you said Activision, because like I know that the developers at Treyarch want to make the best game possible, but I know that like they're under these crazy deadlines to get a map out every season. Like there's only so much they can do in that time. There's only so many people, right? So I don't blame them. I'm gonna wait for the whole live service to wrap itself up, and then look at BO6 as a whole and see if my thoughts have changed at all. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is so I saw someone say it in the chat earlier, but I just want to reiterate, this is a very cool like power system. It's a little bit Shadows like in that there's like, you know, these stations that you like progressively unlock the map instead of all at once. But it's not so Shadows like that, you know, you have to find the items and like a new player just could never solve it. It is still like absolutely doable your first time through a map, which is super cool. Yeah, Pone, I completely agree. Like my video is out there. Like my thoughts are very public. I can't hide from them. I was like so positive on BO6 on release. I was thinking like this could be the greatest game in a long time, and it absolutely is. It's fun, but it just hasn't experimented enough to like be that absolute game changer for me. It's just it's a game that I'll play, and then I don't know if like BO7 or whatever it is comes out. I don't know. I can't promise that I would come back to BO6. Like I don't know if it's gonna have enough staying power at the end of the year. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sounding a lot more negative. I really have to reiterate, I am playing the game every day. Like I do enjoy it. I just, as like someone who looks at game design, I just don't see them taking enough risks to really excite me. It's not going to be like a top 5 game of all time for me like Black Ops 1 is, you know? But again, it's fun. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. And I hate that I'm focusing on 2 different things, so I'm kind of coming off as a bit short. But yeah, that's my feelings. Yeah, so Duke, this is... Because yeah, the Activision Microsoft deal was going through mid last year, like during Modern Warfare 3's life cycle. So yeah, I think this is the first game that is purely developed the entire time by quote unquote Microsoft Publishing. And like coming off of sorry, coming off of Modern Warfare 3, you're absolutely right that the cosmetic content is like not comparable at all. It's really shocking because yeah, that game, at the very least, camos. Like there was reactive camos for every single event. This game, not so much. And I mean, I'm an Xbox kid. I can't say I'm not like I can't say I'm morally against Microsoft, but I do wonder as well if that's related at all. Because yeah, no, Modern Warfare 3, as much as people didn't like MWZ, I thought MWZ had ideas. It had promise. But I wouldn't say it was great. But you definitely can't fault Sledgehammer for like the cosmetic content. Absolutely. That was a huge, huge win on their part. Okay. So we do have to unlock Pack-a-Punch now, and there is a bit of a process to it. So I'm going to have to get a bit low on zombies, and then I will try and explain what I'm going to try and do here. Okay. So we basically, it's very, very classic. We just have to link all the teleporters. The only thing you have to worry about is where they are. You have to link them all in one big loop around the map without missing one. And there's one basically by each power station. So let me try and get that started now. Oh, and they've made these. Oh, these used to be like just classic Shadows teleporters, but they've really changed the aesthetics on them. I like it. They're very sci-fi-y. I like it a lot. I can't go up that way. And I think each time I hit a teleporter, it should reset the timer. So it's just a matter of getting to each one in time. Where is this guy? This guy is here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, 45 seconds each time. I will catch up on chat. I'm gonna... Yeah, I have to catch up. Starting with so what? Give me a second. Oh yeah, Mercu, hello. Hello. And yes, this is a work in progress build. Link is in the Discord. I'm not sure if there's still... It was at one point open, like, to get people to join. Maybe the devs in chat can check if that's still the case. But yeah, it is in the Discord is in the description. And oh, I got into patch 2? Nice. Perfect. Oh, it's here. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, that is Pack-a-Punch. You just run around, link the teleporters, and then you get teleported to the new area. Yeah, and this is the Wonder Weapon quest. Yes. Okay, so I wish I could get a box gun, but honestly, I need to pack something just to survive. So I'm just going to hit this, this guy right here. And we will continue on from there. Okay, let me catch up on chat. Oh, where is the Pack-a-Punch machine? I thought it was here. It might be on the other side. I might have run right past it. Yeah, the beach is totally different than I'm used to. I have not played this new build. This is like okay, so yeah, I was gonna add this in the Discord actually. Because when I was playing earlier, I would just hang out here. Like this was a nice, easy training area. And it still looks fairly open, but I do think that's a lot. Adding that geometry is a lot better to make it a challenge to survive there. Okay, sorry, I don't want to skip anyone, so I'm going to pause just for a quick second. Yeah, so what? So yeah, I do hope that there's something cooking in the background. Obviously, like, to some extent, like, if it's something Outbreak-like, I don't know how people are going to react. Like, if they're making a whole new mode, that would probably upset people. But I hope that, at the very least, if they're just saving all their juice for the last map to be something super crazy and unexpected, I think that could make a lot of things worth it. So yeah, I hope there's something cooking in there. What Sledgehammer did the best was attachments. Okay. Oh, right. This is not a death machine. It's the blood gun. Okay, there's Pack-a-Punch. I found you. So I'm of two minds about the I keep saying World War, the Modern Warfare 3 pack attachment system, because I do think that like having the weekly challenges for aftermarket parts was super cool. Like I liked having those mini tiny grinds to be able to have going on in the background, but I'm also worried that like, I don't know, does that worry anybody that like they always put like the very best attachments in that grind? And it kind of felt like if you didn't get them right away, you were missing out on stuff. So I hope that they don't exploit as much FOMO, but I do think that that system is a very cool thing to build off of, for sure. I think that none of them were too like frustrating to get. Like the grinds were simple. You just kind of had to play the game. I just don't want them to go overboard and make them shadow thing. Donuts, hello. Yes, we do need more zombies focused attachments. My one thing, I do want to ask you about this because I do think it's an interesting question. With zombies focused attachments, like what comes to mind for me is the suppressor. Suppressor gives more salvage, right? The problem with that for me is it means that 100% of the time I have to have a suppressor on my gun. Like every single zombie build I have always has a suppressor, and I can just never use any other barrel attachment. It kind of like locks that slot in because it just makes the gun like objectively better. It's not so much customizing it to make it my own. It's just like there is the right choice for this. So I just worry that like I want them to do it. I want them to you know, focus on zombies, but I just worry that like having things that make the game systems better can kind of lock that whole slot away so that it actually kind of reduces customization at the end of the day. I don't know. I don't know what to... I'm not... Oh, big boy. Two big boys. I should have in plain sighted. Okay, got one at least. All right, let's try and get out of here again. I'm just going to follow the same wall I did last time and hope the exact same thing works. Oh. Ooh, interesting. So, yeah, I think that, Donuts, you're absolutely right. That is the way to do it. There has to be cons to things. But yeah, I can't... Like, my only counter argument is... what, like in Modern Warfare 3 especially, I found that like guns had like 12 different things they improved and 8 different things they decreased. Like there was so much math to do on every single gun that like it's just so much of an overload to try and do the math on what the optimal thing is. But I do agree that like that is the way to do it. You're right. You're totally right. As long as they can make it intuitive enough that you can kind of set up a class without sitting in the menus for hours and hours. Decrease normal zombie damage but increase boss damage. Yeah, like that's an interesting idea. Absolutely. Yes, yeah, Mercu. Sorry, I have kind of skipped over the Divinium trial thing. I can go and check that out. There is like a Ancient Evil or Cold War style trial system for this game, and that's how you get better and better Gobblegum packs. You don't just come in with whatever you set in the menus, which again, that was my main problem with BO3 Gobblegums, and they have kind of addressed it. So that is awesome. Okay, let me, oh, you know what? Absolutely worth. Absolutely worth. So let me see. So he said they've changed the Divinium trial system. Let me see if I can figure it out. Okay, so that's just to get the Gobblegums. Let me... Oh, so they're no longer... Okay. Yeah, let me get down to the last couple zombies and I will try and explore that room there and see what I'm working with. Or is it... Oh no, is it in the menus? Is it Gargoyle Trials? I see. Now I really have to get low on zombies. You Okay. Yeah, I should have paused. You're right. Last self-revive. That's fine. Monkey Zone. Interesting. So yeah, so I am working on my BO4 video, so I have a lot of thoughts about the point system. My first instinct for points is that like I like the new point system. And if Donuts is still in chat, I hope he backs me up because he got into a lot of trouble for saying the same thing. But I think the new point system can work. My problem with the BO4 system is it's not really a problem. It's just that I'm stupid. I didn't understand it at the start. Like I didn't understand why I was getting 30 points or 40 points sometimes. Like I think the Cold War system kind of like the simplification to just you get points on kills. I think that kind of makes sense. Like it's more intuitive and easy to understand what they're actually going for. Instead of having to like, and it's something you could figure out by just reading an IGN article or watching one YouTube video. But I died. I didn't make it out of the maze. Yeah, like my very first reaction to that was I didn't get it. And like that kind of frustrated me. If points are kill based, then I say just make them kill based. Don't add this like weird complication where it kind of looks like the old system, but not really. That's kind of where I come from. But again, like if there's any player education, that's not a problem at all. So you can go either way with that for sure. Is there any other? Yeah, I mean, let me load up a new game. I'm having fun with this, and I'm glad the devs are in chat to guide me through some of the tougher stuff. And I can actually look at the journal this time and figure out the trial system that I did not engage with at all last time. Yeah, no, I can't think of like anything else in any game I've ever played that's as bad as the old point system. And I mean, I say bad. It worked when the mode was, like I said on Twitter, when that whole storm was going on. Like it worked in Nocturne and Toten and Verrückt when you were getting to round 12. But when the economy starts to get so big that you want to spend tens of thousands of points and you can just get tens of thousands of points on round 2, like it kind of breaks the system. And yeah, no, like I can't think of any currency that's that exploitable. The clip I cut to in the BO4 video is a clip of the Destiny loot cave. Destiny 1 on launch had this one area where you could just point your gun at the screen and hold down the trigger, and enemies would constantly spawn at just one fixed point. And so for the first like couple months of Destiny 1, there was just this one area where every player in the game would just tape down their trigger and like go make dinner and just get drops. Because the point I'm trying to make is players would rather, like, even though players want to have fun, they would rather like do well. Like players want to do well. So if there's something that's not fun but gets those good rewards, that is what they will do, even though they'll say the game sucks and they hate it because it makes them do these bad things, even though they're choosing to do the bad things. Like you have to kind of incentivize the behavior you want. So if you want players to kill zombies, you have to give points for killing zombies, as opposed to, directed mode. I didn't want to say it. I don't have anything against people using directed mode. I don't personally. I wish it wasn't in the game, but as it is now, it's been out for, 4 months, so they can't change it now because then they'll be nerfing fun, quote unquote. So I stay out of that debate, but yes. Shipment, yes, on the multiplayer side, absolutely. Everyone talks about how much they hate all the small maps in BO6. They're like, where are the big maps? Why is every map small or medium? Like, but then Shipment 24/7 or Nuketown 24/7 is the most played playlist by like 5x because that's where people can get headshots, right? And like, I understand people want that. I'm not saying it's people's fault. They're not morally wrong for wanting cool camos. It's the game that has to kind of build those better into the main gameplay loop instead of there being one correct way to do it. Oh, that's out.
God save the queen. God save.
I don't even know if, oh no, character quotes were in the build I played a while ago, but if the devs are still in chat, are there any is the quest implemented at all yet? I haven't been keeping up in the Discord. Is there any story content included? Because I know it definitely wasn't in the first patch I played, but I don't know if you've added anything here to check out. Not the best Easter egg hunter. I usually follow guides, but if there is anything, I will try and see what I can get done. Okay, not yet. Good. Okay, not missing out on anything. I will keep an eye out for when that does drop. So yeah, so what? Let's see. I think someone said something I kind of agreed with about points. I don't want to get into the whole debate again because I know everyone has planted their feet in the sand on where they stand on the issue, and that's okay. Okay. You know what? Let's actually, yeah, let me pause and pull up the menu. Let me actually look at some of these trials. Okay. So complete rounds, get headshots, get melees, and get kills in a location. Okay. So yes, that is so that, yeah, as I said earlier, the first build I played, these were, which is obviously years into development, but the first build I played, these were Ancient Evil style quests where you went to the altar, you picked something up, and it was the same as Cold War in BO6, where it would say like, get kills in this area or get kills with this perk or whatever. Now it's kind of through the whole game. I like this. This is cool. This gives you, they're all things you would do anyway. You're completing rounds, you're getting headshots. You're going to do this anyway, but it gives you something to work towards in the long term. This is cool. Okay. How do I have to unpause? Oh, can I put this away now? Thank you. Yes. Yeah, no, there's a lot to talk about with points. Yeah. I do, so the Black Ops 4 video, I have the voiceover now is recorded and I'm just beating Easter eggs to get gameplay and stuff like that. So I can tell you that the video itself is, I believe, an hour. It's kind of close to an hour, 15 minutes. It's not exactly, but it's around that range, which would have been a fun thing to hit. And the point system is about 15 minutes of that. So what's that? A fifth, maybe closer to a quarter of the video is just talking about points. So I definitely have a lot to say. I hope I don't know. It's going to be a long, I hope people stick through the video because it's going to be a long one, but yeah, it absolutely is. It's a very interesting topic to discuss because, you know, I started in those old games. I absolutely get what people are saying about the old system. I think the new system has a lot of problems too. The big one that I've noticed is recovery. Like if you're in a co-op game and you go down on round 30 or something in Black Ops 6, it is very difficult to recover. You're basically locked into using the combat axe to get kickstarted. With the old system, you could kind of always be responsible for your own recovery and you kind of always had a chance to earn your way back yourself. I think that is something the old system absolutely did do better. I think that I can objectively say that. I'm not saying that the new system is perfect either, but I do think that it, like, yeah, what Donuts was talking about in his video is it incentivizes having fun. Absolutely watch that video from Donuts if you haven't yet. It's one of my favorite zombies videos in the last little while because it agrees with me and that means it's right. But he was talking about how, like, he played a game of Black Ops 3, and he just tried to get the exact amount of points he would need to fully upgrade everything in Black Ops 6. So how much points you need to get all your perks and a pack 3 gun and everything. And he just played that way. He played as if he was playing Black Ops 6, trying to get that amount of points. And that strategy is basically just getting to, round 12, getting a Vesper, and then for the next 30 rounds, just unloading an unpacked Vesper into the Horde. Like, that is kind of quote unquote the right way to do that if that's what you're trying to do. And he didn't have fun doing that. And games should be fun. So that's the benefit of the new system, is that it keeps the game flowing a lot better. But I do agree that the new system has problems as well. I do disagree. The big thing I disagree on with a lot of people saying that it adds weapon variety. The old system does. Like, you can use an SMG, and then later in the game you can use a sniper, and like you can use more things in a game. I fully disagree with that. I think that the new system adds more variety because you don't feel like a gun is worse for getting points. You can get the same amount of points with a shotgun or an SMG, so you're kind of empowered to choose whatever you want. In the old system, you were forced to use an SMG in the low rounds, and then forced to use something super powerful or a wonder weapon in the high rounds. I think the new system is a lot better about allowing you to choose what to use. But like I said, yeah, there is the issue of recovery and all the things I said. Like, it's not perfect either. I agree with what kind of people are saying. Like, I would honestly just love for the chaos for them to just add the classic point system as a toggle into BO6 for a little while and see what people say. Because I don't know. I don't think people would like it as much as they think they do. I think it would kind of show people what the counter argument is. When they, need to get 75,000 points with the old point system, I would hope that people would realize it's not it kind of encourages degenerate behavior. I don't know. Oh, okay. Yes, and Monkey Zone. I completely agree. I think that I don't love the rarity system for the same reasons I didn't like double tap, because I felt like it kind of split up how damage worked into two different systems. I mean, rarity is even worse for that. I wish there was a way to just do it all in Pack-a-Punch somehow. I don't know how. Honestly, like, I haven't sat down and thought about it because I'm not doing my Cold War review yet. I don't know why they introduced rarity. I don't know. I guess it's to make box guns more valuable than your starting weapon, right? It's just, I'm sure there's a cleaner way of doing that than just, I don't know, having two totally different Pack-a-Punch systems effectively. I'm going to die here. I have lost my way in this maze. Oh boy. Nope. Yeah, that's a dead end. It's over. It's over. Okay. I will try one more time because I do want to actually make some progress on one of these perk upgrades and maybe get the wonder weapon. If I can do that, I will consider this a good demonstration of the map. So I will try one more time, and I will try not to down, because it seems like a down for me is just a guaranteed loss with how bad my spatial awareness is in that maze. I think weapons overall need more purpose. That's true. Yeah, no, I agree. I said that the new system allows you to use more weapons, but you don't really have to. That's very true. I think that could come down to the similar things you were talking about with perks, or attachments rather, where different weapons could be useful in different situations and have different values in different economies. That could get complex, but I do think that right now it is very flat, where you can use anything you want, but that kind of, it's syndrome from The Incredibles. If everyone's special, no one is. So it doesn't really excite anyone to use anything over the other. Okay, let me try one more. Let's pick a different starting gun just for fun. Rarity is a necessary evil if all weapons are supposed to perform similarly. I understand that. I just think like in Black Ops 1, I might use the spas if I'm lucky. I might use the spas for a round, but like I just would never use a shotgun. Like that's I don't know. I don't it doesn't excite me to get a shotgun out of the box or a sniper out of the box. So like I get that the box should be more varied where different thing like something excites you to come up in the box, so that means there has to be bad things for there to be able to be good things. But I don't know, it just feels like it's wasting the weapon pool for 60% of it for you to not want to use. It just, I don't know. I get like, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. My opinion on the M1911 versus starting weapons debate, I think I'm a lot more comfortable saying my stance on that one. That I think a lot of the problems people have with the new system, they kind of incorrectly attribute to the rarity or point system, but really the real problem is the starting weapon. You know, things like it makes the box not worth it because you just want to get a perfect gun or things like that. I think that if they started with I just sounded like Porky Pig. If you could start with a weaker gun and had to strive for something kind of like the BO4 system where you still had some variety, but it was just like the pistols and the worst shotgun and SMG, I think that's the best balance, where you start with something that kind of feels custom to your play style, but you're gonna have to get something better. Like you still have to hit the box or get a wall weapon that you actually want. And yeah, Donuts, I've seen that idea as well. That kind of the very last thing you unlock in the map is like a weapon locker where you get the equipment you actually want. That would probably make camo grinders and myself happy. That would be a good balance. So yeah, I'd be happy with that as well. Okay, cool. Sick flip, bro. Oh boy. All right, Donuts, thanks for stopping by. No, this was great to have you back me up. You kind of threw a grenade into it with the points discussion, but I completely agree with you and I'm glad you were on my side. But yeah, you need to get back to editing. You need to get those videos out. I need to have something to watch after I'm done with this. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, yeah. So Monkey Zone. I don't know if we're thinking the same thing or if you think that for me, I think the BO4 pack system had the right idea. But it got a lot of hate, and I think some of that is justified. I think that the problem with the BO4 system, I'm kind of spoiling my entire BO4 review, but you guys get a sneak peek, so good. Thanks for stopping by. My problem with the BO4 system is each individual upgrade was so, like, it was only a 25% increase, I believe. So it wasn't like a big deal, and it was also 2,500 points. So it was very easy to just kind of save up 10,000 points and then upgrade your gun from nothing to full in one trip. And I do think that Cold War and Black Ops 6 do that a bit better by making the tiers feel more meaningful. Like a pack 2 gun is very different than a pack 1 gun. And I think that's a good thing. I think it kind of segments the game a lot better. The Black Ops 4 system, like if you have a pack-a-punched gun versus a repacked 1 gun, like they're basically the exact same thing, right? You might get a different ammo mod on the second pack, but it's not like, it doesn't feel meaningful, so you're not really rushing to do it. So I do think that Cold War did some things right by making pack feel more meaningful, but then they kind of devalued it completely by adding back in rarity, which is like, now you have a pack 1 blue versus a pack 1 gold. Like those are two totally different things. So it kind of muddies the waters back up a bit. So it took one step forward, one step back. Yeah, you like the tier system? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're on the same page there. I think so. For me, I think tier 3 is good. I think I don't get all my perks first. Like I'll get pack 1, pack 2, and then I'll get like 3 perks and then pack 3. So at that point, I feel like I'm getting pack 3 at the right time. I'm trying to think. And yeah, I don't know, but it really does depend on your play style. So, oh no. Long reload. Okay, perfect. And yeah, I do wonder, like, so I don't play for high rounds, so I can't speak to how, you know, pack 3 interacts with the round, with the health cap. I know that obviously in Black Ops 6, everyone just wants to use mutant injections because guns don't feel powerful enough. I've never really had an opinion on high rounds. I think that I've never really been super into them. So the people that say, you know, there needs to be a pack 4 or anything like that, I don't really feel qualified to speak on that. So I don't know. Yes, Monkey Zone. Monkey Zone, have you do you have access to my Google Docs? Because I think that's a direct quote from my BO4 video. Is that like with the old perk system, you had Jug, you had Quick Revive, you had Double Tap, so you literally only got to choose one perk. Okay, so that we're very much on the same page. You got the same brain as me. Yes, that is very much how I feel. The perk system in BO4, I don't love the loadout selection, but I think that the removal of crutch perks is like 100% perfect. That is 100% the right thing to do. I think they did a great job there, so I have no problems with that part of the Black Ops 4 perk changes. Yeah, oh no, I'm totally with you. Like looking at zombies, looking at, you know, the roots of it, knocked, like the only thing on the HUD was your ammo counter and the round. Like the point of zombies is to make the round number go up, but absolutely right that like what you said, me personally, I don't go for high rounds. So how can I accurately judge that if that's just not part of the game I engage with at all? It's interesting because like you're right, that is what the game is, but at the same time I don't really like it. So do I like the game? I don't know. It's such an interesting discussion because yeah, very few people do go for high rounds. It's like, do you balance around that when almost no one wants to do it? Like, and even if you make it fun, like just logically, it's to get to a high round, it's like a couple hours of investment and most people just aren't going to do that. So how much time do you spend developing for that? I don't know. I have a video that I have on my docket for, I think it's my current plan is for it to come out in December of this year. It is a very, very long-term video, but sneak peek for you guys. If I get it done, I want to make a video that is, I want to get to round 100 in every single zombies game. So I've done it in World at War, which is the easy one. I did World at War Shinonuma. I got to round 100. I actually kind of liked it, but I know that that's not like a real high round because, you know, all the World at War glitches, you only get 24 zombies around, etc., etc. So next I have to do Black Ops 1 Kino, and I think that will really be the deciding factor on if I think high rounds are something I could ever enjoy or not. I'm interested to see how that goes because I do want to be able to, by the end of this year, say I understand high rounds. Even if I don't maybe like doing them, I understand why people do it. So I want to make a video where I see which game had the best high rounds, etc., etc. So yeah, that is something I am slowly working on in the background. And then, yeah, World at War in BO6, I think that'll be a nice thing to end off on, because that should be fairly simple to do, I'm hoping. Especially with the Tomb Ice Staff. I started this project before the Tomb came out, and Ice Staff apparently makes high rounds a lot more interesting and dynamic. So yeah, but we'll see how that goes. Call of the Dead is possible. It is possible if you do that. I watched the video when it came out, but when they discovered that solo wound 100 was possible, wound 100, I don't know how to speak. Yeah, there's like this glitch where you stand by a spawn window and zombies just don't spawn back in. I don't know. I'll have to refresh my memory, but I will not do Call of the Dead. I'm going to do Kino with the fire trap strat. And then I am going to do Origins BO2. And then I'll probably do Revelations BO3. Because I don't want to do something too difficult. I kind of want to do something that I know I can get done and not like tear my hair out. Then BO4, all maps are pretty much the same. And then, yeah, so that's my current plan. Okay, so you'd recommend... Yeah, I definitely do have to watch like a full summary, because, yeah, people have been doing this for a very long time, and I want to give all the credit to them for all that whole community, that high rounding community.
Sending you back to Willow.
Sorry, let me just grab a drink. My throat is very sore. Okay. Monkey Zone. Yeah, so I've talked to a couple people. I talked to Afterlife on his podcast about what he likes about high rounds. And that was what he said too, is that the interesting thing to him was how each map always had a unique strategy. And that's what disappoints him about BO6, is that things are every map has the same strat. So that is a common sentiment. And like, that's something I wouldn't really have known about without talking to people. So I do need to learn more about this topic for sure. Okay. Gaming Man, you've been wanting to rewrite BO4. What do you mean? Like fix all the issues with it in theory? I have quite a few thoughts on that. That's all I've been thinking about for the past 4 months. Yeah, there's so much to talk about. I think that a lot of the things people don't like about BO4 are valid criticisms. Some of them I disagree with, but there are some problems with it. The Pack-a-Punch one is a big one. I think the Pack-a-Punch was like 50% of the way there, but the execution of it was... I'm glad they continued evolving on that idea in Cold War. What else? I like the point system. Oh goodness, there's a lot to talk about. Yeah. So yeah, the one thing I want to avoid in my high rounding experience is, I know that a lot of it is swapping out weapons. And I don't want to get too deep into the weeds on that. That scares me. Like on base Call of the Dead, like co-op Call of the Dead, a lot of the strategy revolves around swapping out the VR11 in the box every round. That scares me. Relying on the box that heavily, that is tough. Specialists, yes, Donuts, that's a great example. Specialists, yeah. I mean, I'm sure you have the same thoughts as me. Having a get out of jail free card on round 1 is too far. I think that if they had done something similar to what they did with starting weapons, where you get something okay at the start of the game that can kill like a couple zombies but doesn't like do anything super well, and then you leveled it up over the course of the game. If you had that progression, I know there is the tier 1, 2, 3 specialist, but even a tier 1 specialist is just 15 seconds of invincibility. They needed to have Oh, explode. I see. I was trying to figure out what my gun was. Yeah, they needed to have a lot. You needed to start worse and get better as the time went on, instead of starting amazing and then getting even better. Okay. I really need to focus up here. There's nothing there, right? No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I did it. I did it. Hey, I got out. Amazing. So yeah. Oh, I'm glad you're going back and appreciating BO4. I'm happy people are usually I hate the COD cycle of current game bad, old game good, but I'm glad it's happening for BO4 because I think that game absolutely deserves it. For me, I was actually going to say my hot take is I actually really like the Elixir system. Not necessarily the paid ones. I know people have problems with like Perkaholic and all those being like, you can use them instantly, whereas all the free ones, you have to wait like 3 rounds to use. I never use the paid ones. I just use the free ones. And I think having them all available to you at any given time, I think that presents a lot more interesting options. It lets you actually choose what to use instead of just always having an in plain sight in your inventory and never using your other 4 gums, because you're always going to use the best ones. So this allows you to have an anywhere but here, but then also, you know, you can still have 3 other things that you can choose to use whenever you want. Oh, baby. I'm seeing that there's going to be a Mont Saint-Michel gauntlet. That is music to my ears. I don't know if anyone follows me on Twitter, but I have been going through all the BO4 gauntlets for footage recently, and I absolutely love that system. I know a lot of people are not huge fans of it for a couple reasons, like especially going through it the first time where you don't know what's coming up next and you might get something you can't do that round. I love it. I absolutely love gauntlets. I think they're such a cool thing to do. Such a cool way to present a challenge that you can do over and over again on a map. And it's okay that you can't get it done the first time, because like then that second time you go back and you feel like a genius because you prepare. And you like, you know what gun you need, so you get it at the start of the game and you're like ready for it when it comes and you feel like so smart. Yeah, I absolutely love the entire gauntlet experience. That's something I want to come back in every game. I think Rush was fun, but gauntlets is where I'm at for best like side zombies mode. Yeah, Mercu, that's where that that Blood of the Dead thing came from, where I didn't realize I had to get to the complete other side of Blood of the Dead within like 30 seconds. Because I didn't know what the next gauntlet challenge was. That's I've been going through all the gauntlets and I don't really remember all the challenges, so I've been having a ton of fun with that. Okay. All right. Let me quickly see what we can do here. Yeah, Gaming Mage, I've heard that Fate and Fortune is like an even better version of the elixirs that I'm talking about, where you kind of choose what to use and have your whole inventory ready. I haven't played enough of Infinite Warfare to really speak, but that's what I've heard a lot, is that people tell me if I like that, I would like Fate and Fortune more. And yeah, Mike, that's exactly how I feel, is that you have your whole inventory of elixirs on you at any given time, quote unquote. So like, you get to have those situational things where you wouldn't really keep a temporal gift on you in BO3, but in BO4, you can have it in one slot and just use it when you need it without giving up a slot for something else. Okay. Yes. Thank you. I will try and do that. I completely forgot the Wonder Weapon quest, but yes, I will try and get I'll probably hit the box for it, honestly, because I'm, a big dum-dum. But yes, there is a very cool melee wonder weapon on this map that I do want to show off. Oh no. Okay. Let me get to the other power switches. I'm just kind of sorry. I've kind of been aimlessly not progressing the map. That's my bad. I need to focus up. All right. Speaking of temporal, lots of cool things. Okay, okay. I really like you can get so many collaterals with that, so it's not as stressful as it could be.
Is it the bullets?
Okay.
Hallucinating.
Can I make it all the way? Yeah, I absolutely can make it to the last power switch. Yeah, let's do that this round. Oh, Monkey Zone. Yeah. Yeah. People were calling me an optimistic guy earlier. No one can defend always online zombies. I totally agree with you. I so wish that I don't know. I really don't know the reason. I guess it is just technical. It's like they want to have these high resolution textures and you can only do that with texture streaming, and they don't want to add an offline mode because it would look worse and then people would stream it looking worse and call it ugly, and yeah. No, that's just a thing that's like objectively unfortunate. There's no real defense for always online. Save feature has been good though. I wish I had save for when I need to do the Black Ops 4 classified round 150. I really wish I had it then. So that's nice to have. But the save, so the thing for me, like, as someone who does not beginner, I am a programmer for my job, so I understand programming. All the save feature is, it does not need to be online. They're just saving like a JSON file of some very basic information, like what round you're on, what guns you have. They could do that not online. And if they ever try and say that like the game has to be online only because of the save feature, that's simply not true. You can see with like how little information they save, like which cars are exploded on Liberty Falls don't get saved. They're not saving a lot of info. It's very basic stuff. It would be very easy to implement that offline. The only concern would be like cheating, but they could just say like online only games are the only ones that count for leaderboards and stuff. So it's like there are solutions, and it's absolutely not a deal breaker for online only. I'm so stupid. Okay, I'm a genius. I lied. Is there an in plain sight in there? There is. I need that, and I need to remember that I have it. No, yeah, Mercury. Yeah, I wasn't saying that. I have seen people say that, so I am just kind of putting that out there. Like, that is not the technical reason why. It is absolutely two distinct things. Okay. The perk you have lets you... Okay, I didn't want to get that nuke because I wanted to do Pack-a-Punch run, but yeah. Okay, so Poseidon's Punch is like kind of like Melee Macchiato, you're telling me? Okay. I will test that out this round. Nope, that's not the door. This is the door. Oh no. Okay, let's do that. What have I missed? COD HQ, yeah, COD HQ is a disaster, no doubt. With the amount of like UI stuff they've broken by not even changing anything related to it. Like for the couple days when the season 2 reloaded thing came out, players couldn't pause or anything like that, or like the whole pause UI would just be invisible. It's clear that like they're working with some spaghetti code under the hood that they don't even fully understand, because it's all built off of the Modern Warfare 2019 engine, which was not them. So yeah, I feel for them. I understand that Working in that kind of situation is not ideal. Okay. This is going to take me there. I'll pack the Thompson. Why not? I'll take it. I have to remember to actually get my gun because that was a mistake I made last stream, was trying to do the BO3 system of just getting the gun with one button. Okay. I do want to check. What are my double tap challenges? Pentakills, and I already got one. Amazing. Obtain kills on fallen zombies. Okay. I should get, what do I want? I probably want electric cherry. Let me see. Okay. Causes knifing to knock down. Okay, so yeah, because I got the Poseidon's Punch from a random perk bottle, I just kind of unlocked the description of what it does. Yeah, instead of drinking coffee, you get to the power of Poseidon. Yeah, that's very true. Okay. Deadshot is best. Is there a Deadshot machine, Pone, or do I have to set that up? Oh, oh, there's some drama between the developers of whether Deadshot is good or not. Okay. Let me just see. So I will probably get... I'll get Electric Cherry and Deadshot. I will believe one of the developers over the other. Okay. I do want to... Oh, boy. Guy flew at me. Yeah, and I also want to grind up enough points to hit the box and get that new melee, that new wonder weapon, which has its own upgrade quest built into it. Okay, I got my double tap 2.0. Or no, I guess it already was 2.0. No, it wasn't 2.0. That gives me 2.0. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. I have no idea where any of these teleporters go, so I'm just going to go to a completely random one. If one says it's the best, one says it's the worst, it averages out. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay. Yes, yeah. So yeah, my goal is to... I've done a couple perk upgrade quests. That's good. I do want to get the wonder weapon. And then I don't know if I'm good enough to do pretty much anything else. Oh, so you did add some labels to the teleporters. That's huge. Because yeah, I was one of those dumb people who couldn't keep track of which one took me where. So thank you. That helps me specifically. Aha. Deadshot. Deadshot. And what do I have to do to... Oh, nope, this button. Blow zombies' minds. 10 of them, 10 in a round. That actually seems very easy. Okay. I can absolutely do that. And where are my trials doing? I'm not doing very well on melee. Is this the red room? Am I in? Is this the... For the trial, sorry. Pone, is this the red room I'm supposed to be in? Because it's called the courtroom on my UI, but I'm trying to think. Is there any other red room? Oh, yeah. I could just do... Nope. I have too many buttons. Okay. Toggle. Oh, specifically the Athos waypoint. Amazing. And see this. You guys need to make Black Ops 6. Have you applied to Treyarch? Because like this is exactly what I want. Like when I have something specific where I don't know where I need to be, I would love to turn on waypoints, but when I just need to get to the Liberty Falls Church, I don't need a waypoint on my screen the whole time. Like so simple, but yeah, no, this is great. Okay. I should have gone up the spiral staircase. Let me go. Yeah, Duke. I hope the devs are giving you an answer, but to my understanding, there is a there's a client called Radiant that you use to interface with Black Ops 6 or Black Ops 3 rather. Oh, you guys have made the spiral staircase much nicer. I was having issues with this when I was playing. It was kind of, I know it's hard to make this kind of geometry in the tools, but yes, this is much nicer. Good cleanup. Okay. Let me out. Okay. Oh, it's upstairs in spawn. I gotcha. Made a sheet in Excel to make sure. That's, yes, very relatable. It's like you can't get the thing to work in code, so you have to basically write it out by hand. I've been there. That is very funny. Congratulations. Good work. Oh, it's this little room with oh, this is going to be scary. Okay. I have my in plain sight. I'll hang on to that. And I still have this next round, right? Yeah, it's new trial in 2 rounds. Okay. %10 chance to trigger the mind blown effect. Oh, so you have to actually trigger the effect for it to count. It's not just headshots. Okay. So I just have to make sure I get enough kills this round to get the 10% chance enough. Okay, so I do see I'm still in the red room. Okay. Where can I drop down to? I can drop down this way. That's a good escape route. I'll start with that. See what happens. So do I get to keep progress this round? Yeah, I do. Okay. My take on the difficulty of the antiverse. So I don't know if I'm a fair candidate because the only time I've experienced it is while I'm streaming and trying to read chat at the same time. So I've been struggling with it, but I don't think that is entirely the game's fault. I think I definitely have some blame there. I'll try it again a couple times. I do think that I was just a little unsure of what my goal was at the start. I just wasn't sure, but that's okay because next game I would understand, like I would learn. Just my very first time, I had no idea what I was trying to do. There we go. Oh no. This is no longer the red room. I will loop back up in a second. I'm trying to think. I like the idea. I would just have to, don't worry, I will die a couple more times. No doubt about it. I am very prone to dying. So I'll give it a think next time I'm in there. Oh, true. Yeah, the jump pad is open now. Yeah. Whee! Okay. Am I? I went down instead of up. That's my bad. There we go. And I should be close, right? Yeah, I should be. I don't have an escape route here. Let me just set myself up. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, no, okay, that was a mind blown. I don't even know if I got a headshot there. Okay, yay, I got my Athos gum. I'll wait till next trial to see what I get next. I'm very scared of that room there. No, this is awesome. Like I said, like this is very much not just a BO3 map. They've tweaked a lot of the systems to make a very unique experience. And like, this is exactly what we were talking about with BO6, right? Like this feels like almost an entirely different game within the game. And that's what maps kind of used to be. It felt like each time you would learn totally new systems and learn a whole new game basically every couple months. So this is exactly what I'm describing when I say I want something like this out of BO6. Is the box here? No, it's not. Where are ya? Is there a box light in this map? Or am I just crazy? There's a map. Okay, I will check the map. Is there a map close by? Oh, please don't die. Nice. Oh, gotcha. Okay. It's in the airfield. Oh. It was right here the whole time. Right? Yeah, it was. Okay. There we go. Whoopsie. Healing grenade. That's a tactical. Yeah, that's... I totally agree. I think the end of BO1 and the... I guess you could say all of BO2, even though Origins kind of became the formula for Black Ops 3. At the time, it was very much an experiment. So yeah, BO1 to BO2 is my favorite era because of that reason. Like, yeah, I completely agree with you guys that like that is so interesting to me because it was so experimental at the time. And it helps that they were kind of hitting home runs every single time, or almost every single time. Maybe not. Some people don't like transit. That's fair. But most of the time, like their experiments really paid off, which is definitely good. But like each time, like every map felt like such a risk and such a new system to learn, which I absolutely love. Yeah, no, monkeys. I hadn't thought about that, but you're absolutely right. Like even down to the, I guess, transit had a shield, but it wasn't really the same thing as like the Mob of the Dead shield, where that's you just had that in your inventory and you didn't have to like give up something else. So yeah, you're right. All of these modern convenience features were things they kind of figured out during the year, which you're right. We don't really see that anymore. Okay, yeah, this really is like insane melee macchiato, but now I can't get out. Okay. I went the wrong way because I wanted to get Thompson ammo. That's my bad. Let's try a turret trap. Boy. Tight spot. Healing grenade. Does healing grenade have... I guess I could just test it out. If it has any knockback on zombies at all. I just want to test it out in a safe environment. Oh, it does. Oh, it's brain rot. Ooh. Okay, okay. I don't have enough points to pack, or not to buy pack ammo rather. Uh-oh. Give me a good gun, please, please.
Thanks, magic box.
Might be okay. Let me see. Sorry, I just want to. Sorry, one more drink. Mr. Tonic, this map is not on the workshop yet, but it is. If you join the Discord, the devs will help you out to get set up. It is in beta right now, eventually coming out on workshop. And yes, this is. I put it in the title, but this is when Citadel des Morts was announced. I was like, I've been playing this map for months already. This is exactly what I expected it to be. Healing grenade can revive you. Oh my god, I'm just catching up on lots of things. Did I get bugged shadow? So what does this mean? Is there going to be no spawns? Okay, so this is one of the issues that the devs said is fixed in the updated version, but I didn't know there was a support patch yet. Because again, this is still in beta. This is not on the devs. They have fixed this issue, but I personally am just not up to date. So don't hold this against the map. But yeah, I'm stuck here forever. We can explore the map, but that's about it. Okay, that's fine. No, this has been a ton of fun. What time are we at? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just take one more run around the map, just to see what's up. So yeah, this is where you actually buy the new perk, which is very cool. I got to use it one time, and I did see it had insane knockback, which I would, I'm excited to use that as well. Because yeah, getting stuck was a big problem for me, and I didn't realize that I had like a complete get out of jail free for that kind of situation. Okay, what else we got? Oh, there's a bribe system on the gargoyles. Let me interact with one because I got my, how do you pronounce that? Athos? Yeah, Athos. Got my Athos gun. Okay, I'm so sorry. Yeah, this just kind of the timing lined up. I just wanted to hop on and play it with I don't know. I didn't really plan on it, but I'm sorry I exposed your test build. Cool. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I just want to take one more look at the Pack-a-Punch area actually before I restart this, because I do want to see. You said you basically redid this whole area, so I do want to check out what I've been missing. Okay, so yeah, there are now labels on the teleporters, which is good for a dumb guy like me. Nice. Okay. I am going to restart. Do you think you could? Let me see. Is the patch in the Discord, or is that not public facing? Am I able to get the patch to try one more round and hopefully get a bit further than this? If not, that's totally okay. Yes. Yeah, I noticed that the originally this area you could only get into this main area through very specific pathways, but now it's a bit more accessible, but it's also a bit more, it's a bit tougher to train. It's a bit narrower. There isn't this big empty area, so you can, it's a bit more dangerous at the end of the day. Yeah, Tostadora. So I was saying at the start of the stream, I was really excited when they announced Die Rise before I realized that I would be on vacation when that happened. So yeah, I'll be away for the Die Rise remastered launch, but I'm excited for that as well. I haven't played since I believe last June. It's been quite a while. But I don't know what they've added or what they've done since then. Obviously, there's now going to be a full main quest that I never got to see. I think they said they were canceling the third path. They're just doing Richtofen and Maxis again. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see what that looks like at the end of the day. I'm not going to be able to stream it on launch, but anyone that does have it, I will be very happy for you to try it out. Sorry, one sec. Okay, I am getting the patch. Give me 1 second. I have to actually log into Steam. Okay, sorry about this. I don't know why I'm not logged into anything. Mercury, you said you were gonna load up Radiant again. That is very good. Yeah, I think we've talked about this before. I want to get into, like, I think I would enjoy some aspects of making customs, but I don't know. I definitely don't have the tenacity to do modeling, Like, I'm very much a scripter. I would not be able to do the hard work of actually setting up geometry and stuff. So I know that I'm not going to be able to make the custom map of my dreams. But all respect to anyone who does. That is very cool. Okay. Let's grab. Oh my god. Steam has like 6-factor authentication. I will just not read this out loud. Okay. This should work. Oh, no. I got an error page. Let me... This is fun. We're having fun. Go to friends. Okay, let me try that. How's everybody doing? Let me open up chat again. That's why you steal models from Activision? Yeah, just Frankenstein together. I know that when I was playing Isle of Cthulhu, people pointed out to me that a lot of the castle geometry was made of one of the DLC maps, the Citadelle map. So there is like stuff in there that you can definitely hack around. And yes, yeah, I do need a team. That's the real answer, is to get a team, get some very talented people to do the hard work I can't do. Okay. Okay, so I'm now added. Let me see if I can now access this. Yes, I can. Okay, fantastic. Okay. I might have to restart. Let me see if this will download. No, let me just quickly see. No, I don't think so. Okay, let me restart BO3, and I'm going to have to mute because it's going to make my voice 450 decibels. N, you live right next to Mont Saint Michel? That is so cool. I work with a guy from France as well, actually, who said he lived not too far. I forget what the region is called, but yeah, this is definitely somewhere on my travel list. This is a very cool location. I'm glad that someone took advantage of it for the zombies. Okay. Okay, let me bring you over here first, so you don't see my whole desktop. Okay, now quit Black Ops 3. That feeling when you kill a zombie with your last round and it drops a max ammo, amazing. But more than likely, it's going to be a double points or an insta kill that you can't use until the next round, and then you're not going to get any use out of it. Okay. Okay. I hope I didn't ruin anyone's ears. I was trying to mute it when I needed to. I did see it jump up for a second, but I think we're back to normal now. So, yes, okay. Now we have the patch. Let me just bring you back over here. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Let's see if we can get that wonder weapon. Mont Saint Michel. Perfect. Okay. All right, we're back. Thanks for sticking around through some technical issues, but this is a very impromptu thing. I hadn't actually loaded this map up for again, like since I played it a couple months ago. I've just been grinding BO4 too hard. So I loaded it up and there was like 10 minutes of Steam updates and everything. So I'm finally back on and I'm glad everything's working now. Yes, no, absolutely. I think I said this at the start, or I hope I did. But yeah, the BO1 style comic loading screen, when I saw this pop up, I was in love. I'm so excited to play through the quest. See, like, cause yeah, I'm yeah, this is super exciting. It was a good experience loading it back up after 2 months, not having seen all the changes. Cause yeah, you guys have made some huge progress since I last played. I'm very excited. I'm glad I got to see all this new stuff. Yeah, Mercu, absolutely. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Okay. I realized I got the M1911. I actually liked the Luger a lot better last game. I probably should have gotten that again. It carried me a lot further through the early rounds. I'm going to have to buy the M14 again. Ah, well. My mistake. Okay. Or the M1 Garand. My apologies. World at War style, not Black Ops 1. Okay. Oh, I don't even want to try and pronounce that. I need a lot of practice every time I need to say the full name of DE. I'm not I'm not prepared to just speak German unprompted, but is that so that would be this one? The one on the end? Oh, the machine pistol. Yeah. I should have given that a try. Yeah, I just absent-mindedly grabbed the M1911, but I would like to try out all the different starting weapons. It is a cool thing that your first choice during a match is picking something that feels a bit different. You have like a Magnum-ish for your like a high damage, you have a point gun, you have yeah. I really like that as well. Okay. You can get downstairs. Oh, you have a new loading screen coming. That wasn't even the final one, what we just saw? Okay. Stick around till the end of this game. I'll take a look at that when I get a chance. I'm very excited to react to that. Okay.
Points. For what? How do I get these points? Where am I keeping them?
We got some technical questions from Mercu. So, question, Mercu, do you you said you've been playing around with Radiant for quite a while. Do you have like a map you want to make? Is there something that you've been working on or you've been kind of ideating on? Or are you just enjoying the process of trying things out? Yes, I can hide objectives with the button press. Love that. Okay. No, it does not. Does not play nice with shaders. Love that. Yeah, it's like some of the stuff people, because my last two streams ago, I was playing some of the stuff that people made that was voted for best custom map of the year, and some of it was like pretty straightforward, like scripting stuff. Like there was a clue map where you just picked up items, and not just, it's a lot of work and it was a lot of fun, but like things that made more sense to me were like it was just interacting with items like a regular Easter egg. But there was there were a couple that were like, there was that John Parker body cam game that was like, it completely changed the field of view and like the whole screen and movement system. And it was like, I'm surprised you can mess with BO3 as much as you can in the dev tools. They're never going to give anyone that level of power again. There might be like a Fortnite creative mode one day, but they're never going to let people have the kind of access they have to BO3. So I'm excited to play the last iteration of that that they'll ever do, because I love seeing what people. Oh, come off it. Okay. We're not gonna lose here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, team. Don't worry about the objective markers. They're fine. If I get all the blood guns, will they go away? Can I just get rid of them over the course of the game? No, I see 4, so I think they'll all always be there. That's fine. I mean, BO6 is fine with HUD markers the whole time, so you're fine. Oh boy. I think I've gotten myself turned around again. I think I killed myself. Okay. All right, guys, we'll try one more game after this. And I'll get a different pistol. And then that'll probably have to be it for me. But yes, I'm glad I went with this map because I didn't realize there was so much new that I was missing. But I've been having... There we go. Okay. Okay, so I have to get a new mod. Okay, I will do that. All right, no worries. So I guess I have to unsubscribe and then resubscribe from that to get the better version, or will it auto update? I have no idea how Workshop works. I only use it for custom maps, like in these very rare scenarios. Okay, yeah. All right, so we'll just chill for a second. Yeah, no, yeah, I don't know how Mario Maker impacted the sales for like Mario Wonder. I don't know if that is something Nintendo was upset about. I really don't know the industry on that, but like, yeah, I just can't imagine with how much they want Call of Duty to be a live service now. In a million years, I could never imagine Activision allowing people to still play the old game. Like if they could just delete Black Ops 6 on October 5th of this year or whatever it is, if they could just get rid of it, they probably would. Like they want you playing the new thing, which sucks, but like custom maps and things that just have evergreen content, they okay, I will unsubscribe and resubscribe and probably back out. Okay, you're back here. Okay, that was weird. Okay, sorry. Yeah, no, I absolutely believe that Mario Wonder like was delayed or had to take into account all the crazy stuff people were doing. And Nintendo has a weird relationship with fans where sometimes they're super cool and sometimes they're not at all. But yeah, Activision is absolutely gonna be even worse. Okay, let me go to the workshop here. Go to my subscribed items. I will unsubscribe. I will wait for Black Ops 6 to update. And then resubscribe again. I love... yeah, one thing I will give built-in solutions like Fortnite Creative and Mario Maker is that you don't have to worry about the architecture behind the scenes just completely messing up through no fault of the developers. Okay. Go to the workshop. Go to my favorited items. Subscribe again. Okay. It's downloading again. Let me try this. Pay Black Cell to have quick revive. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like they would go the Skyrim mods route, Skyrim mods on console, where they monetize the heck out of it. Like every map, they would force the developer to charge like $12 and then take half of that. And then some level tools would be behind paywalls. Absolutely. Like they would not do it out of the goodness of their heart. That's absolutely true. Okay, let me mute you again so I don't blow your eardrums out. Give me a second to pull up BO3. I did completely forget which game I'm playing for some reason. Okay, I should be back. Let me pull up BO3 again. Yeah, no, sorry, who said that? Let me get the name so I credit you correctly. Yeah, Mike, I'm absolutely with you. Like, because I think my first modern era Call of Duty was Cold War. Like, I didn't play a ton of Modern Warfare 2019, but like when the next game came out, I was so surprised that like none of the skins carried over or anything. Like, I assumed that's what they were doing, is that like, yeah, you pay $60 every year, but it's still the same ecosystem. Like, I was just it makes so much more sense for them to do the Warzone model for the entire game, where because cosmetics are such a big deal, and the fact that you can't keep any of them is just such a downer. And like, they still sell things in like September when the game comes out next year. Like, why would anyone buy something in September when that's going to be made irrelevant? Like, I feel like Mercury, you're right. More people would buy skins if they would carry things forward. I don't know. Yeah, it is. I guess as the zombies community, we are kind of in a bubble, but most people do play Warzone. Like, the more casual audience is very much on that. So they don't even notice that new games come out, really, except when they have to complain about movement changes or whatever they do. Movement's back. Everyone's happy now. Everyone loves it. No one's ever complaining about Warzone. That's good to hear. Okay, we got the mod in. Let's see if we can get a clean game in here. That's the thing, Monkey Zone. Warzone numbers are like consistently higher than multiplayer numbers, which a lot of it is it's free to play. But to some extent, like, there's whole groups of people out there that we just don't know about. I mean, I don't know anybody who plays Warzone, but it's like by far their largest audience. So, and yeah. Okay. All right, so we're hoping for a couple things here. First thing we're hoping is we get the right pistol. So this is a machine pistol, trying something new. Yeah. I mean, yeah, as I've long since accepted my role as a zombies fan, that I am not going to be catered to super hard. I know that they're never gonna, I mean, I was happy when they even released that like Repairman Weaver bundle in the store. Like, I'm okay with them not, I understand they're going to prioritize Warzone players. That's going to be their moneymaker, so I understand that. So I'm to some extent happy whenever we get front billing sometimes. But yeah, I think we just have to kind of know our place, because zombies players, for a lot of reasons, are least likely to buy skins, least likely to do a lot of things. So we have to be okay with that to some extent. Yeah. So Mercu, a couple thoughts on that. I think in general, in isolation, the Maya skin, I'm okay with it being a Maya skin. I mean, I'd be okay with it being a gray skin too. I never thought we were getting a Scarlet Operator, because of the operator system, like it's never going to be Fortnite where they can have like, you know, they just brought in Sub-Zero, you can have John Wick, you can have basically anything. Because of the operator system, because you need voice lines for everything, we're never going to get that level of like actual getting a unique character for every single guest character. It's always going to be to some extent a bit like tacked on. So I wasn't expecting a Scarlet Operator, but it is weird that it's not in like a chaos themed bundle. It's just in, you're right, it's in like a random, like none of the guns are like, imagine if there was a Zweihander Mastercraft or something instead of just like a random mushroom gun. It is super weird, like the surrounding context.
Guys, what do we do when we run out of ammo?
Nope. Boy, oh boy. It should have been a Carver skin. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Not like none of the body details changed, just Carver's head right on top. Yeah, I love that idea. Okay, got the melee gun. Yeah, so Mike, that is true that apparently Zombies Chronicles was very successful. And I know Resurrection in BO1 was also a pretty successful DLC, not by the same metrics at all. But to like the DLC numbers, like that's one thing, but that's nothing compared to like the amount of money they made off of Zombies Chronicles is nothing compared to like a month of Ninja Turtles bundles. Like it's not even close. Like it's not in the same ballpark. So like Zombies fans can hold their own in that kind of model, but with the new model we're in, like we're not even close to that peak anymore. Okay. I'm gonna not press the HUD buttons right away. I'm just gonna leave them up for a second. I can pick up Swordflay from the balcony. Oh, I think I dropped too far. Okay. If I try and I can toggle. Yep, I toggled. Yeah, it's good. Patch works. We're good. We're good. We're good. See, these guys know what they're doing. It's all user error. Let me actually save some zombies to get the blood gun. Okay. Oh no. How's my ammo? I can't look. Perfect. Okay, we got it. The cheapest Warzone skin makes more money than all of BO3's DLC combined. I mean, I don't know the math, but yes, I would say that that is completely true. I have the same feeling as you, that like the random bundle that you wonder why anyone would ever buy, like that Fishman that was in the shop the other week, like that outsold Horizon Drac. Like there's no doubt in my mind. So that's just kind of the world we live in now, unfortunately. A BO3, BO4 style character map integration. Like, so you're talking about, I need to get a new gun. Like, I know Afterlife was talking a lot about the skins on 9, the way that, oh boy. Because we had a set crew, you were able to like play around with them actually fitting the tone of the map a lot better. And now we have a set crew where it's canon, but like, it's just for voice lines. It's not like they're not actually integrated into the map because everything still has to happen the same way if you're playing as the Fishman. So, yeah. And I didn't realize this until someone pointed it out, but that's why everything... I'm actually so stupid. I really hope I make it out this time. Yeah, it is the increased regen. I should just get that. Absolutely. But yeah, sorry, I was saying I hadn't really put it together, but that's why everything important happens over the radio. And that's why there's always 2 characters talking to us over the radio so they can bicker with each other. And our characters don't actually have to deliver any important information because all the important information has to be there no matter who we're playing as. Which sucks. I never liked the operator system. I think that's a safe opinion for most people here, but yeah, it's unfortunate what it's done. Oh, I found it. Let me out, let me out, let me out. Please don't die. Okay. Yeah, let me just get quick revive. Let me do that. On the other hand, this means they don't charge for maps anymore. Yeah, I mean, and I think that's a good and bad thing. I think I've said this a couple places. I don't think that a map costing money means it's better quality. I don't think that's the case, but I do think it's a nuanced argument. I do think there was a better understanding between players and developers when maps cost money, that like, you know, each one was going to be a premium experience to some extent. And I'm not saying that the developers aren't trying now. Like, I think they're still trying just as hard, but it makes it harder to have that dialogue when a map doesn't directly cost $15. It kind of muddles the conversation a bit more. So as much as like we get more content now that's free, I would almost rather, like, as someone who's kind of comfortable in my finances, I would personally rather the DLC model, but Activision absolutely doesn't. And like, as well, to some extent, like a lot of the time I play zombies with volume like super low. Like, character quotes were never like I had fun with them, but they were never like the be all end all of the game for me. Like, I just want, and like even story, like I'm more of a gameplay guy than a story guy. But even as that person, I can see that there's like, it's just so much more shallow in every way. And so the story and the characters are absolutely a symptom of that. And so like, I don't have a huge leg to stand on where I'm like, I wish characters had like X amount more voice lines per map. Because, you know, when I've been playing Black Ops 4, a lot of the time I'll listen to a podcast and not listen to the voice lines. But at the same time, like when everything is cutting corners like that and nothing feels super personal to the map, then like that's kind of the straw that breaks the camel's back in a lot of ways. Okay. Yes. Yeah. No, that's exactly it. Like, you feel the stakes when, even if you're not like super paying attention to the story, it still feels purposeful. Like, you're right. You do feel like you are these people at Delphi, not, you know, people wearing cosmetic skins in a Call of Duty game. It feels very video gamey, where before you kind of felt the stakes of what is happening. Okay. Let's try and get some Juggernog early here. Yeah, Monkey Zone. I think that's pretty much where I am as well. Like, it's I want the story to be there, even if I'm not personally experiencing it. Oh, Shadow Round. Okay. Yeah, I want the story to be there. Like, yeah, sure, I'm not checking on the story every single game, but when it's not there, you definitely notice it's missing. I have enough to buy this door, don't I? Okay, I see an unpopular opinion in chat. Give me a second. I need to kill this guy. Or just die. All right, all right. Yeah, that's not that's a very fair death. That's not the problem with the Shadow Round difficulty. That is my fault there. Okay, let's try this again. We got it last time. We can do it again. And if I survive, I will read the unpopular opinion. This way? trying to follow the right wall as much as I can, because I know that's how you're supposed to get out of a maze, and it worked. Okay. Where's this guy? Oh, okay. I lost track of, I wasn't sure where I spawned there. Okay. And I don't have quick revive. I have to remember that. If I kill the big guy in this room, I get a wonder weapon part, right? Is this the right big guy? Oh, no. There we go. Got my max ammo. Yes? Yeah, I did. Okay. Perfect. Okay, I need to get Poseidon's Punch now. So yeah, this is the wonder weapon for the map. Let me see. Can I pull up the weapon? Oh, it doesn't say the upgrade. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let me just read this real quick. So yes, Pone, I completely agree. Quotes add the atmosphere. Yeah, it's all part of a big package. That's what she said. But no, you're absolutely right that like, yeah, as much as I say it's not super important, yeah, I stand by my statement that like it's the kind of thing where when it's not there, you notice. And then Ohm, that's a very hot take, but I actually completely agree. I think that BO3 did a lot of things right in the storytelling. A lot of things right. It's where basically all the story stuff that people remember about zombies came from. But at the same time, like maps did start having that formula. You know, every map had a specialist and you got it in pretty unique ways every time, but there was like, you always knew there would be a specialist, there wouldn't be a new perk. I really thought I didn't get Jug. I didn't get Jug. Okay. Like it fought against it, and it did a good job of not making every map super generic, but it did kind of set things on that road. So I completely agree that like it's not the worst offender, but it is where some of those ideas started, where maps weren't just like, things weren't just about the map anymore. You also had to consider the whole game. Like gobblegums were a main part of the gameplay loop. Specialists were a main part of the gameplay loop. So it was more than just a single map. It was very much, you had to consider the entire game as a system. Okay, I need to get Juggernog, which there's a machine in there. I'll get the blood gun and turn that one on. The weirdest thing is how the tomb doesn't have any intro cutscene. The tomb is weird. I don't know if it's a budget thing because they have to get a certain number of maps out per season, or if it's a voice actor thing. But yeah, both cutscenes, like the lack of intro and the outro, like a lot has been said about it. I'm not saying anything new. It is weird. I really don't know what it probably does have something to do with the voice actors, but even still, like, I think Afterlife has been saying some good stuff about like, what if the tomb was just combined with Citadelle, and the tomb just like literally the tomb map besides the upstairs portion was just in Citadelle, like the bottom floor of Citadelle was that, and you combine the Guardian fight and like you just get the Sentinel artifact instead of getting the amulet and then the artifact. It does, they both feel like half a map. Like one of them has a cinematic intro cutscene and one of them has like the Sentinel artifact. Like it feels like two pieces of the same puzzle. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. How's my points looking? I don't have a real gun. That's not going to be it. Sure, I'll get this guy again. And also elemental wonder weapons stop being yeah, that's true. I think that if you have one set of elemental wonder weapons a game, it does feel like a formula. Like you do start to like know, oh, this is the map with the elemental wonder weapons. We're always going to get one. But I think it doesn't overstay its welcome if you only do it just every so often. So I haven't been too upset with that. Yes, I do want to pair that. I just want to get all the powers on. Okay, and I'm going to do that exact same thing again right now. That's fair. You're right. There is a way to do like every player gets a weapon without it being the same weapon in 4 elemental variants. You're right. You're right. But I just worry, like, even with elemental variants, when the weapons are very similar and just a little bit different, there's still the worry that, like, there's always the best one, right? Like, I always want the light sword. I always want the storm bow. I always want the ice staff. So I just worry that if they make them even more different, then there's the risk of there just being an even more obvious best one. But they're game designers. Their job is to balance things like that. So... Okay. Yes, I want to get Poseidon. That is turned on now, but I believe it's... How much is it? It's like 4,000 or something, right? I can't afford that just yet. I didn't realize. I should have known I was close to the end of the round. Okay. Surely they could do, yeah, and yeah, Monkey Zone, you're absolutely right. I think the Beam Smasher is just kind of like, yeah, it is like a ray gun, or it also is a little similar to the KT4 in a lot of ways with the like mesmerize ability, like, but I don't know, like, as someone who's not a game designer, like, to some extent, I'm like, how many ideas are there for guns? Like, can they do something truly unique at this point? Obviously, they can do better than just bringing back exactly the jet gun or exactly the ice staff, but I don't know. I like, me personally, I don't have, and I'm not a very creative guy. I just don't have any ideas for what a truly new wonder weapon that would feel like not like anything else would be. Maybe that's an indictment on my own creativity. Didn't all Black Ops 4 maps bar have weapon variants? Okay, let me think. Blood of the Dead had the GATs, yeah. 9? Oh yeah, you said 9. Ancient Evil obviously did. Alpha Omega obviously did. TOG had like a bunch of wonder weapons, but they weren't really variants. Like, they were very different. I guess the Thunder Gun and the Tundra Gun, you could say, are a bit similar, but you're right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, there has been they've done a better job in the past. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Monkey Zone, your favorite. I mean, your music to my ears saying you like something about blood. I'm a big fan of that map. I think it does a lot right that people don't give it credit for. Okay. And yeah, I think the Magmagat was a good addition. My problem with the Magmagat is it's pretty much just the Acid Gat, but better, and basically the same difficulty to get. The Acid Gat is a buildable, the Magmagat is like one lockdown and then running across the map. So I feel like I wish it had been, because it's just another distraction effect, right? I do wish it had been something much more unique. Again, I don't know what that would be, but that's not my job. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I love using it. I'm enjoying it. I just think it kind of makes the Acid Gat irrelevant. Like, I would never use the Acid Gat on Blood, personally. Diehard Blood Enjoyer, very nice. No, don't even worry about the Easter egg. It took me a couple attempts, but not as bad as people say. If you know what the challenges are beforehand, and the Magmagat basically gets you through 5 out of 6 of them. So I would say do the Blood of the Dead Easter egg. I'm a big fan of it. I do not think it ruins the map. I think it's absolutely worth yeah. Do the Blood of the Dead Easter egg when you get a chance, or give it an attempt. The only annoying thing is the Simon Says step. Everything else I'm a big fan of. Let me see. I see Josh in the chat. Yeah. You haven't made any customs, but you have some questions to ask. Okay. Like, what kind of weapon can be a solution to what players? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, there's just a lot. Again, as someone who hasn't tried making my own map, maybe the devs of this map can speak to it a lot better than I can. Okay. I didn't have my punch on recharge. That is fine. I'm glad we got to see the trident, though. And yes, the cutscene makes it worth it. Yeah, I mean, you can watch it on YouTube, but it's when you actually finish an Easter egg for yourself and you like feel like you earned that cutscene, it feels so much better. I mean, it's different with Black Ops 6 because the Easter eggs are so much easier, so it's not like it's as much of a challenge. But what I'm doing now is I'm not watching any of the cutscenes. I'm not watching any YouTube content day of a new map drop. I always make sure that everything I experience is in game myself. So, and that's been great. It feels like I've earned every cutscene. So I do think that's a cool way to do it. Yeah, Monkey Zone. That's a great point. Yeah, it feels like kind of like RPG classes or Overwatch classes. Like you can be a support player or a DPS player. I wish there was, yeah, they could go even further in that direction. But at the same time, a lot of people, like very few people would use a straight up support weapon. Like something like the ballistic knife in BO1 or the shadow claws in BO3. Like nobody actually ran those because actually giving up a weapon slot for purely support reasons can be kind of tough. With Citadelle, it works because it's like a third slot, not one of the main ones. But yeah. Unpack the sword, weapons attack. Oh yeah, yeah. So I play solo, but that makes, yeah, the light sword, I like the light sword even solo when you just get armor back for hits. Like I think that's good enough to make me happy. You actually like Zetsubo? You're in good company. We're Zetsubo fans here. And if you're not, you can leave. No, I still appreciate you. I can disagree. But no, I love Zetsubo. And yeah, KT4 pilled. Yeah, I completely agree that, yeah. I love the KT4 as a utility. I've said this a million times. I'm sure you guys are talking about the video, so you've seen the video. But yeah, the KT4 is so cool to me because, yeah, it's not the best killing weapon, but it's the best at, like, integrating with the map. And it feels like it's on Zetsubo. Like, you know that weapon is for Zetsubo. It's for the plants. It's for the thrashers. I love that about it. That's super cool to me. Okay. The Sliquifier? Yeah. Sliquifier, that's true. It's good at killing, but like it can zone off an area, so it feels like a utility in that way. That's very true. Interesting. I've never thought about it that way, Monkey Zone. That like, Zetsubo is an apology for die rise. I'd have to think about that. Like it definitely has this Sliquifier gun, so it feels like it feels related in that way. I don't know. That's an interesting thing because so for me, my journey is that when Transit came out, like when Black Ops 2 came out, I personally have a problem. Like I have bad memories of that because that's when my friends stopped playing. They hated Transit so much that they didn't want to play anymore. So even though I was okay with it, but because I have that memory attached that was when we stopped playing zombies as a friend group, I can never kind of divorce my feelings of Transit away from that. And so Die Rise for me was like, it was kind of our last hurrah. We were like, can we please try and just play one more game? And that was not good enough to bring them back. So those two maps for me are, I don't think they're bad maps. They just very subjectively for me, they're attached to bad memories. So it's hard for me to look at them super objectively. But going back, like, because when I did my Die Rise remastered stream, I also played the original Die Rise, and both of those together, like either one, it did give me something to reflect on. Like I did have to think more about what I really thought about Die Rise. I was probably a bit too harsh on it to start, and it has some interesting ideas. It didn't execute all of them very great, but I think it's a better version of Transit's ideas. And it was like, if they had kept going one more map, instead of doing Mob of the Dead, if they had done one more evolution in the Transit, then Die Rise, then something else chain, maybe that new map could have been something I really liked. Because those maps share a lot of DNA, but I don't think either of them got all the way there, but there might be a right way to do that style. Buried was kind of something totally different. Buried was just like a playground. They were just having fun. They weren't really trying to make like a super balanced new experience. If they had just gotten one more chance after Die Rise, maybe they could have pulled it together for me. Okay. It is 4 where I am, so I am probably going to hop off, but this has been super fun. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you to both Ohm and Pone for putting this map together. Again, this map is Mont Saint Michel. This is a super cool map. It is it's a mixture of World at War classic style. It also has a BO3 style, like progression of like special weapons and stuff like that. It also has like BO6 augments. Like this map pulls from every era of zombies in a way that I absolutely love. Highly recommend checking this out if you're able. Again, link is in the Discord description. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thanks for chatting. This has been a lot of fun. Yeah, Mike, thanks for stopping by. Flux, Mercu, Monkey Zone, absolutely. Josh as well. This has been a ton of fun. Sorry, I did want to really quick. The reason I'm doing this today is as of tomorrow, I am going to be gone for a month. So I'm going to be even more radio silent than I usually am. But I hope you guys stick around after I get back in April. BO4 video is in a really good spot right now. I think I can put the finishing touches on it then. So check that out then. But yeah, for now, check out all the other cool guys making content on YouTube. Check out this map. Thank you to the devs again for stopping by and helping me when I got stuck. Yeah, highly recommend this. And thanks again. Talk to you guys later.